Today, I'll examine stakeholder engagement in the modern business environment with a focus on how organizations build meaningful relationships with the people and groups connected to their success. Social media has transformed every stage of that journey, from identifying stakeholders and understanding their expectations to communicating, responding, and sustaining trust over time. As we explore these business environments and concepts, we'll consider why engagement is no longer simply a supporting activity, but a central part of how businesses operate and create value. A stakeholder is anyone with an interest in a business, or anyone affected by its decisions and activities. That includes people inside the organization, such as employees, managers, and owners, as well as external groups, including customers, suppliers, regulators, and local communities. Identifying stakeholders is the essential first step in effective engagement. Once we understand who they are and how the business may affect them, we can communicate more thoughtfully and make better informed decisions. Stakeholder engagement matters because it strengthens the relationship between a business and the people affected by its decisions. Trust and legitimacy are the foundation. When stakeholders are genuinely engaged, companies earn a social license to operate and build credibility over time. Engagement also improves decision-making by revealing risks, opportunities, and innovations that internal teams may overlook. And when these relationships are maintained consistently, they support sustained performance, helping companies outperform those that do not actively engage their stakeholders in the long run. Stakeholder engagement is a progressive journey, not a single event. We begin by monitoring needs and signals, then inform stakeholders with timely, clear updates. From there, consultation invites feedback and ensures different perspectives are considered. Collaboration takes the relationship further, bringing stakeholders into shared decision-making. At the highest level, empowerment means delegating authority and enabling others to lead. Each step requires more time and resources, but also builds deeper trust and stronger alignment. The result is a more durable, mutually supportive business relationship. Stages 1 and 2 establish the foundation for stakeholder communication. Monitor and inform. Monitoring means passively tracking stakeholder sentiment, media coverage, and emerging concerns before the business begins communicating directly. Informing is the next step, where the organization shares relevant information through press releases, reports, websites, or social media announcements. These are primarily one-way channels. At this point, the business still has significant control over the message, while stakeholder feedback remains limited or may not exist at all. The key idea is that communication begins with awareness, then moves toward controlled information sharing. Stages 3 and 4 mark a meaningful shift in stakeholder engagement. Consultation is about actively seeking input through surveys, focus groups, town halls, or online platforms, while keeping final decision-making inside the business. It demonstrates that stakeholder perspectives are respected. Collaboration goes further, creating a two-way partnership where stakeholders and the business co-create solutions through task forces, advisory panels, or design workshops, and share accountability for results. Moving from consultation to collaboration is often the most significant and most challenging step in the engagement journey. Stage 5 is empowerment, the highest form of engagement. At this point, businesses move beyond listening or collaborating and delegate meaningful decision-making authority to the people affected by those decisions. That might mean communities governing local projects, employee committees shaping workplace policies, or customers helping determine product roadmaps. Empowerment reflects profound trust because stakeholders are given real influence, not just a voice. At the same time, that trust requires clear roles, transparency, and robust accountability structures to ensure decisions remain responsible and aligned with shared goals. Stakeholder engagement is driven by a combination of strategic, ethical, and operational considerations. External pressure, such as regulation or public scrutiny, often prompt a business to begin engaging. But internal ambition, including growth, innovation, or commitment to shared values, is what typically leads to more voluntary and meaningful involvement. The key distinction is whether engagement is treated as a reaction or as part of how the business creates value. The most resilient companies see engagement as a strategic asset, not simply a compliance checkbox. Social media has become an engagement accelerator because it changes both the speed and the nature of communication. Speed matters. Conversations happen in real time, so businesses need to monitor and respond quickly. Scale matters too, because one post can reach millions of stakeholders at once, expanding access to information. Public platforms also increase transparency, making authentic engagement essential. Most importantly, this is a two-way dialogue. Stakeholders can respond, challenge ideas, and contribute directly, turning communication from a one-way broadcast into an ongoing process of collaboration and co-creation. Social media can support the full engagement journey, not just promotion. Organizations can monitor sentiment, inform audiences, consult stakeholders through polls and conversations, collaborate in online communities, and empower stakeholder-led initiatives. Each stage uses different tools, from social listening and announcements to crowdsourcing and influencer programs. The key point is that social media does not replace traditional engagement channels. It amplifies and accelerates them. That reach also creates risk. When sentiment turns negative, social media can amplify a crisis, so a rapid response strategy is essential for protecting reputation. The key takeaway is that engagement exists on a spectrum, from passive monitoring to full empowerment, and the right level depends on context, stakeholders, and goals. Regulation, reputation, competition, and values all matter. Social media accelerates everything, making genuine, strategic engagement a business imperative.